What's rockin' and rollin', everybody? How's it going? My name is Roggenbogen, and I don't have a creative idea for an intro. So, here's some pictures of my dogs, I guess. They are adorable. And yeah, let's get to the battle. Okie dokie, week 4, ATBA, 2-1 going into this. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. Yeah, facing Lupin. Should be a good match. Lupin has a really fun team. Curious to see what he brings. I could genuinely see every Mon as an option. Kind of depends on what his team is for what we're going to Tera. Alright, Gardevoir, Heatran, Bellybolt, Quagsire, Noivern, Overquill. So, no Crocodile, no Annihilate, no Glastrier, no Heracross. Huh. Interesting, very interesting. That being said, I think Cloth might be the Mon we want to Tera. Not entirely sure. But I could... What do I want to lead with? I'm going to lead Articuno in the off chance that's an Overquill lead. And maybe we'll get the Intimidate competitive boost turn 1, instill the Fear of God in him. Yeah. I'm gonna be real, I'm kinda running on empty right now. It's been a little rough time for your boy, but we're working through it, so apologies in advance for lackluster commentary. Through this team, put a decent amount of time prepping this team, but for the most part just kind of threw stuff together that looked like it matched up well into Lupin. The hope is that Quaquaval just makes this an easy match for us and just runs away with it. Okay, so we got the Heatran first. Heatran lead. So I could Tera normal and just fire into this thing immediately. Yeah, we're already off to a great start. Tera fighting. Lead Heatran makes me think it's going to be bulky with rocks. If it's HP and no Spadef, I can two-shot it, but I also see this as a really good Quack setup opportunity. If I U-turn on this thing, I don't really have a great switch in. Is this going to be a Tera Articuno game? That makes me vulnerable to Noivern and Gardevoir. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just let it rip turn 1. I don't have Tera Fairy Cloth now for Noivern, so that's going to be a hard one to switch into on the Dragon aspect, but we still maintain a Flying Resist. So that's cool. We're gonna let this rip and we'll be able to tell right away what kind of investment this thing has. Okay, so it is Spadef. It is very Spadef and we just see the rock switches. It's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. And the lefties, that's good knowledge, very good knowledge. They should be in Quack range indefinitely. I can't imagine you would want to stay in and take another one. Right? You don't really have a good... Well, no, you have 2 very good fighting resists. So let's U-turn on the potential Gardevoir. You stayed in. Why? Why? I so bad want to go into Quaquaval here. but I also really don't want to get burned. Am I that scared of the burn? You wouldn't willow here, right? You shouldn't willow. I'm gonna guess fire move? Maybe steel move? Magma storm. Okay. That does a fair amount. I don't like that. But you actually might be out of Aqua Step range. You very well could be out of Aqua Step range. What do you have? So this should be Quagsire, I would assume. So I am gonna close combat first. Because I don't know if it's unaware or if it's water absorb. I'm gonna feel silly if this is this Noivern? Okay. Yeah, so if I would have Aqua Stepped, I could have hit this thing with an Ice Spinner, but that's good. That's good knowledge. Okay, what am I doing to this thing now? We're going hard cloth. I need to try to get rid of these rocks. And I need to chip things down. Is this a Draco? I think after rocks we actually might not take... Okay, it's just a Hurricane. That's good. Okay, we're probably gonna see a Draco next. So I am gonna go Scizor. I could also go Whimsicott. No, we're gonna go Scizor. And then hopefully I can defog. I think this is gonna be a really fast-paced game. We have the Belly Bolt or the Overquill. Either one could Tera. But I do need to get these rocks off my side of the field. If it's hard Heatran on my Scizor... Who's Jar Jar? Okay, this is Quagsire. Into Scizor, this is okay. I need to create an opportunity to get Raging Bolt in and bait the Quagsire around. I did put Trailblaze on this thing. I did put Trailblaze on this thing. Do you stay in? I'm gonna defog first. I think you're gonna scout for the Trailblaze. If he stays in, scalds me, and I get burned, then that's on me. Hopefully that's not the case. I want to see you switch into Heatran right now. I would very much enjoy if you swapped into Heatran right now. Okay, so it is a switch. So I think that's a Trailblaze Scout switch. I do also very much enjoy the Star Wars name themes. That's really cool. Hard Gardevoir is very interesting. I don't think I Oko Gardevoir from here, but I also don't think I respect Gardevoir. Actually, maybe I do. Is there any reason not to just... I'm just gonna Bullet Punch. No Heracross, no Annihilate means that Acrobatics doesn't have as much use here. The best thing it'd be for would be like a Grass type Overquill or a Bug type Belly Bolt. I can see another switch right now, but I kind of just want to chip a bunch of things down and get into Quack range. Because if I get +1 speed and I get +1 attack, I think I can hurt a lot of things. Okay, so we just get the Gardevoir off kill. Very nice. So that's one less mon to worry about. I don't know if it was Scarfed, I don't know what, but yeah. If I had close combat here, I'd absolutely let it rip. I could go Cloth. I could indeed go Cloth. I'm gonna go Raging Bolt, and then I'm going to Thunderbolt this thing. And if Quagsire switches on the Thunderbolt, I'm gonna Solar Beam it. And I like that sequence of plays. The reason I'm not going hard Quack right now on the Rock setup is because I think he's gonna anticipate that. And I think he's gonna go for an attack right now. I don't know what attack he'd have for Quack, but Magma Storm did a decent chunk, so maybe he just does that again. Oh, so it is Earth Power. Okay. I am okay with that. How much does... Especially defensive... I probably should have checked that. That looks like it was probably a high roll. And Thunderbolt doesn't do a super lot to this thing, but I'm going to go for it anyway, trying to get the Quagsire in here. If it's not Quagsire, it hits everything else pretty decent. This could also be Belly Bolt, but I'm really hoping it's Quagsire. I also wouldn't be surprised if he just stayed in and went for damage. Okay, show me Quagsire. Please give me the Quagsire. Is there any chance you double now? You don't know my item, you know I'm not booster, you might think I'm choiced. I really hope I didn't put the wrong item on this thing. I'm just gonna click Solar Beam. Fingers crossed. Please don't switch. Please don't switch. Please don't switch. Please don't switch. Look at that face. Look at Quagsire just looking straight up. He has no idea what's about to happen. He's staring into the sun. And he's gonna get hit with a beam of it. He stayed in. Okay, let's go. I don't see Rindo Berry. Power Herb goes off. And Solar Beam takes this thing out. Okay. That's 2 mons down. Quaquaval is looking really, really good. Quaquaval is looking great. We have Noivern, which we need a speed boost before it comes in. We have Heatran, which we can kill with close combat. We have Overquill, which we can't kill without attack boost, but it shouldn't be able to kill us. And we have Belly Bolt. So I don't think I can bulk up on any of those mons. Maybe the Heatran. But I think... if Belly Bolt comes in here, do I just Draco it? Draco it and get the chip off? Maybe? Okay, if Belly Bolt comes... Belly Bolt also can't do anything to Raging Bolt. Okay, this is Noivern. Do I Thunderclap you? Thunderclap looks like does 50 to 60. I don't have much brain right now, so I'm just Would you roost? You might roost. Okay. If you roost on my Thunderclap and get up to full, I switch back into Cloth. And if you don't roost, I kill you with Thunderclap. Okay, perfect. Yo, Raging Bolt is such a fun mon. This is one of the coolest mons I've drafted in a very long time. And I really like him. He's a good boy. Okay, Belly Bolt is in. It's Tera Bug, Tera Flying, or Tera Electric. Is there any reason I don't want this thing to take damage? I really don't think Belly Bolt can do anything to me. Like, it can slack off if I chip it here. So... I could go into Whimsicott, U-turn, and then get Quack in on anything. I'm genuinely curious if this thing can do anything to us, so I am going to Draco. Okay, no Tera, which leads me to believe it's flying. That looks like either max HP AV, or... God, I would love to have Volt Switch right now, but if I had Volt Switch, I wouldn't have Thunderclap, so... I think that might be AV. If he's not AV, we will see a slack off right here. Let us find out. Acid Spray. Good play. Oof. Okay, I do very much think you are AV now. So what do I want to do about this? Moonblast is not going to do a whole lot. You have Heatran and Overquill. So I'm going to U-turn on the potential Heatran, because I don't think you want this thing getting below half. Ooh, even at max HP and no defense. Actually, I don't know what this thing's Fizz Def is if we're going off of Assault Vest. If we're assuming Assault Vest, it could be Fizz Def as well, and it's not in Quack range. But it does stay in. It does indeed stay in. I think you are pretty free right now. Yeah, we're gonna do this because if he does Acid Spray again, it'll activate our competitive. Okay. That's good. That's really good. That might be game. Cause now we should kill Heatran, and Overquill, if it's Intimidate, potentially gives us big stuff. It's honestly a throw if I don't Tera Blast. I really want to U-turn and feed kills into Quaquaval, but that's just disrespectful and I don't want to do that. I should leave Articuno in here and I should just click Tera Blast 3 times. I didn't even bother doing the calc to see if this kills Assault Vest. Okay, so it's going to be Overquill. It is Intimidate, so now we're at +4. I was potentially wanting to Tera this thing if I had to guess. Alrighty. You know, I know what the really funny thing is? I am actually using some free agency transactions going into next week, and I will be dropping Articuno. But, you know, it's certainly making a statement why it deserves to be here. Gorsh, I so bad just want to U-turn and give Quack the rest of the kills, but I won't do that. So, Articuno is a phenomenal Teramon, and I would keep it on the team, but it only has some decent matchups the rest of the season, and I really don't know how much more use I'd get out of it. And the rest of my team just has some... Oh. Okay. I'm gonna assume that's just a DC and hopefully not a rage quit. There was nothing he could have done anyway for the remainder of that game. Articuno had Psyshock on it, and at +4 it did kill Belly Bolt, even if it was max HP, max Fizz Def, so I don't think there's really any reason to replay that match up until that point, but we'll figure it out. If we do end up playing, I'll add a little clip, but if not, then that's going to be the match. Big win for us, very nice for standings, GG's to Lupin, and yeah, next week we will see what transactions we made, and hopefully we can keep the win streak alive. Laters.